The next definition is fully welded frame.
And it
It
says
C welded, so I'm going to skip down into the welded section and take a look and see what they're telling us.
Fully
welded.
Okay.
Not a direct link to a further definition, but fully welded in a frame is basically going to mean where they weld the faces and the entire throat of the frame, which is sometimes referred to as the web of the frame, meaning there's nothing else that you could weld at the intersection of the header and the jam, let's say. It's completely fully welded. If you're dealing with saw-cut material, you'll take those two pieces and it will absolutely all be welded. Actually, let me grab the whole case of frame parts. They put this together and just demonstrate.
Beautiful. Okay.
So fully welded means the entire face is going to be welded. Then the entire web is going to be welded. Everything back here is going to be welded, and then back on the outside face here of that miter, fully welded. Very typical to see that. If you're in a shop scenario, a shop setting, you're probably not going to be saw cutting the material and then fully welding it, because you're probably dealing with pre-manufactured material. If you are using stick material, you may not be mitering it, you might just be butting it. In a shop scenario, probably what you won't technically achieve a full fully welded frame, but you'll be welding the face, and you'll definitely be hammering over the tabs and welding over that. You'll be putting weld back here, back here, back here. You're not going to be welding the backside of the miter. Okay, you will be welding the front of it. There is a reference to a technical document here. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at that.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video.
Okay,
let's go back to where we were. Fully welded frame C welded, that was on page 28. Welding, the process for joining of metal parts with the necessary heat being provided by an electric arc struck between an electrode and the metal or between two electrodes. Spot welding, MIG welding, arc welding. Weld continuous, weld having no gaps or spaces over its entire length. Weld continuously door, we're not talking about that. Welded face frame, corner perimeter joints shall have a continuous weld at the faces only. We're dealing with a fully welded frame. Welded continuously frame, also called full or fully welded and or full profile weld. Whether it be a saw mitered or the tab and slot frame that I showed earlier, you're always going to weld the outside of these frames. But in the fully welded, you'll be doing this type of scenario. Hollow metal distributors probably aren't welding back here, but when you're saw mitering it, you're certainly going to be welding back here. And that's because you'll be welding the face, and you'll have something behind there to weld to. In these corners, that's you've got so much metal there that you'd be able to weld that without really any trouble. Fully welded and or full profile weld, corner perimeter joints will have all elements of the frame member continuously welded. Soffits, stops, rabbet faces, returns. Let's go back to page 17. soffits, stops, rabbits, faces, returns. All that gets welded. They did refer to that technical document there, which is the NAM HAMA 820TN 2-03. Let's just pull up that document. Simple internet search. Click download on the right side. And this is the inspiration for SDI's glossary definition. Everything that I just said is said. What this document, however, also tells you about is it shows the different type of intersections and what they're expecting for fully welded. So when you get down, let's say this is a sill and this is a mullion for a bar of light, you're down there and you're welding all that. On the inside, you're obviously welding on the outside. Horizontal mullion member in a side light frame or a bar of light. You get the picture. Your sill section here, your base or sill. Yeah, same kind of drawing. A larger sill, different intersections, etc. Okay. The next definition in the... Oh, good. Another definition on the welded. Fully welded, seamless door, C-welded. Okay, we'll talk about that. Let's move on.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.